year, more and more teenagers are becoming pregnant while they're in high school. This could be because they don't know any better. If every high school made sex education mandatory, more and more students would be more familiar with this touchy subject. Today I'll be talking about why sex education should be taught in every high school around the nation. If sex education is taught, we can keep more of our students protected. Each student should at least have one course of sex ed before graduating high school. I have firsthand gone through this. Seeing a family member go through pregnancy while they're in high school and having the big responsibility of having a child at a very young age is very difficult. Today, I'll be talking about how sex ed can help reduce the number of unwanted pregnancies. It could also help students avoid the risk of obtaining a sexually transmitted infection. And it could also help develop healthy relationships. Sexual education can help reduce the number of unwanted pregnancies in high school. Many high school students have a kid in high school, but maybe it wasn't meant to happen. We can help reduce this by encouraging our students not to have sex. I know this is very touchy and may be a little awkward, but it may go a long way. By showing them the consequences of having a sexual intercourses, this may scare them and make them make a better decision whenever they're influenced. There might be students that still might have sexual intercourses. We know that. And we can teach these students the best protection and effective birth control, just in case. But teaching students this isn't enough. Unwanted pregnancies isn't enough to get through to our students. We also need to teach them about STIs. Sex ed can really help students avoid STIs. Sexual transmitted diseases, or STIs, really affect a person's health. But you can 100% avoid this by not having any sexual intercourses. We can teach our students this. By avoiding STIs, you avoid having health issues. But obviously students might still have sexual intercourses, so we need to show them the correct protection. By using the correct protection, a student can avoid obtaining an STI. There's also vaccinations a parent can take, like hepatitis B, to help avoid a student obtain an STI. But sex ed can also help develop healthy relationships. Sexual education can help open up positive communication between a couple. By having this open relationship and by having the knowledge of sexual education, both the male and female of the couple can talk about whether or not they want to have sex. And this creates a mutual respect for one another. These teenagers need to have respect for their bodies and for each other. They need to know their limitations. And sex also comes with maturity. By having these talks and by having this class, teenagers can become more and more mature about this subject and make it less awkward. Today I talked about how sex education can reduce the number of unwanted pregnancies. It can also help students avoid STIs. And it can also help students develop mature and healthy relationships. By doing this, this can lead to a long way by helping students have less and less pregnancies in high school. By doing this, we can see a large drop of numbers. Thank you.